Aam Admi Party Member of Parliament Bhagwant Mann has been found guilty of breach of Parliament security. The Lok Sabha committee is to submit its report to Lok Sabha Speaker tomorrow. The Parliament security breach video had been filmed by Bhagwant Mann. He's been found guilty by this committee. The latest that is coming in, Bhagwant Mann had filmed an entire video on his mobile phone right from the Raisina Hill, from Vijay Chowk to Parliament, how he entered Parliament, what kind of security was there in place to enter the Parliament, the sticker on his car, the vehicle, how the vehicle sticker was recognized by the system at the Parliament entry gate for MPs, and subsequently how he parked his car and how he entered the Parliament building. India Today's Brijesh Pandey joins me with the latest. Brijesh, take us through what this Lok Sabha committee found. Who are members of this committee and what are the findings in their report?
Well, the committee is headed by BJP MP Kirit Somaiya, and after getting several extensions, the committee has finally come to a conclusion that prima facie Bhagwant Mann is guilty of videographing the security inside the Parliament, which was considered a breach in parliamentary security. And what he has suggested that since he has already been asked not to attend post the extension which this committee has got, there should be a symbolic. He should be penalized symbolically. And tomorrow Kirit Somaiya will be submitting his report to the Speaker of the House and Lok Sabha, and it is then when we'll come to know as to what kind of punishment has been given to Aam Admi Party MP Bhagwant Mann. Gaurav?
Has he reacted to this just as yet? Because he had alleged malafide intent. He had said he did no wrong, but that video was very clear about what was Parliament security like.
Well, Gaurav, he has been maintaining a very brazen stand ever since this came into light, and he had maintaining since from the word go that he has done he hasn't violated any security concerns of the parliament, and he has said that what all he has shown is something which is known to everybody, and he said that he is trying to convey to his people, his electorate, that this is how the parliament function. But the committee found no merit in his argument. They said that that those are sensitive issues, and the parliament has faced terror attack once, and there's no way these kind of videographies be allowed, and Kirit Somaiya's led committee has found him prima facie guilty of breaching parliament security, and he will be submitting his report to Lok Sabha Speaker tomorrow. Gaurav?
There's been an attack on the Indian Parliament in 2001. Pakistani terrorists had entered the Parliament complex. Fortunately not the building, they were gunned down before that, but a lot of security measures were put in place subsequently, which the government says were confidential. Were they compromised through this video?
Well, we don't know for sure as to what is the exact extent to which the parliamentary security has been compromised. But the fact of the matter also remains, Gaurav, that, as a member of parliament, and especially when the parliament has already come under a terrorist attack once, and given the kind of, activity which we are seeing, this constant, terror attack or attempt to infiltrate terrorists inside India, seeing at the border, it is not expected of a member of parliament to, to actually shoot right from the entrance as to how, the stickers of the parliament work, on from which gate do you enter, and how the paraphernalia of the security is. So usually people don't videograph this and put it on their Facebook or social media website, thereby providing it a kind of guided tour to how security can be breached if anybody wants to inside the parliament. So that definitely has not gone down well with several members of parliament, of parliaments we spoke to when this incident came into light. Gaurav?
Politics of the subject apart, what has the reaction of those involved in protecting the parliament been? You cover parliament, you interact with them on a daily basis. How did they react to this video that India Today viewers are now watching?
Well, they were shocked. They were aghast, in fact. But the fact of the matter is that how can a member of parliament indulge in this, and how can a member of parliament would want to live it, to show all these security paraphernalia live on a social media website, because they thought that that after the terror attack in parliament, the security has been heightened. There are several measures that have been introduced to enhance the security within the parliament, and here a member of parliament is showing all of them live, streaming it live on a social media website. So they are saying that, that this is something which was extremely unbecoming of a member of parliament.
Okay.
Usually, they put a series of, do's and don'ts when it comes to even us covering parliament.
Yes.
So for them, coming from a member of parliament, they thought that this could have been avoided at best.
Stay with me for a moment. I also have Congress Party spokesperson and leader Tom Vadakkan with me on the broadcast. Tom Vadakkan, your take on the parliamentary team finding Bhagwant Mann guilty of breaching parliamentary security, sir?
I think appropriate action is called for. No member of parliament can act the way he did and creating a security breach, because even for every press person or even political people who go in, there's a clear-cut line of to maintain security. But this kind of a situation, of course, he says that he wanted to educate his constituency. Be what it may, the rule applies for everybody, whether he's a member of parliament, he's a minister, or the head of the state. He cannot do what he has done, and it's just not acceptable. So if parliamentary team has found him guilty, so be it. And he should be appropriately, according to rules, taken to task.
Tom Vadakkan, stay with me for a moment. I also have BJP Sudhanshu Mittal with me. Sudhanshu Mittal, the Aam Admi Party says this is victimization. That is what they said when this video had come out and when a committee was formed to inquire into this matter, because they say here was a first-time MP and this was his genuine desire to show his people how he functioned in parliament. He wanted to bring in transparency.
Mr. Salman, can there be something more laughable than this kind of an explanation? I mean, yes, in his state of drunkenness, he could do absurd things, we all know. We have seen enough videos of the drunkard Mr. Mann doing bizarre things. But when they talk about victimization, I can appreciate the victimization by a political party or the political party which may be in conflict or in contest with the Aam Admi Party. This is an all-party committee which has found him guilty. Now, painting everybody who are not even political adversaries of Aam Admi Party as people, trying to victimize is I think, we've all seen Aam Admi Party and the bizarreness with which they try to explain their misdeeds. It is another example of the same perverseness.
Okay. Of course, these are your views. These are your views about Mr. Mann. But Tom Vadakkan, can this be seen as victimization of a first-time MP who claimed he was only trying to show his voters how he functioned, how he represented them, Tom Vadakkan?
Well, I will not take the party into the picture. If it's an individual MP who belongs to a party, and if he has done wrong and the all-party team has found him guilty, they must have inputs about the entire proceedings, which we may not have access to. So I think in parliamentary tradition, he should be taken to task.
He should be taken to task is what the Congress and the BJP say. Gentlemen, stay with me for a moment.